Morning. Taking off from the Comfort Suites here, 13 miles from the Molino Basin, and had a great rest. Took me 2 days to heal. Turned out it was an electrolyte imbalance. Happened to me on the AT as well. And I didn't realize in the dry heat and the cold how much I was sweating. And by the time I was coming off Micah, my leg wouldn't bend. I knew I was in trouble. So 2 days to heal, and then I took a third to wait out a storm, which ended up being a smart choice as well, because a couple hikers that went into the storm because they just couldn't sit and wait actually had to be rescued off Mount Lemmon. So after a very rugged start to the Arizona Trail, for all kinds of reasons, from weather to elevation gains, snow, if you can get to mile marker 200, this is what you got. Beautiful trail. Time to bust a move. So the feeling I'm getting now that I'm out of the mountains is that there's going to be less running water, and we'll have to depend on the cow troughs and the ponds, the stuff that's kind of shady, and the boxes that they have where it crosses roads or people are so cool to leave water. I got lucky and there was 1 cold gallon left, so I scored a liter there. Cameled up a liter, and then I filled my liter back up. But you can't depend on those. So unfortunately, maybe no feet soaking in cold creeks. But we'll see. 7 miles in from American Flag and headed to Kearny. I'll talk to you in a little bit. You're beautiful and big. Hi. Look at this sweet campsite I scored. Beautiful. Gonna be a beautiful sunrise, sunset. I'm gonna set up right here. Nice. Slept in a little bit. It was raining. Just getting out the tent. Wow. Here we go. 7:30 in the morning. I have no idea what day it is or the date. When you're out here, they just kind of run together. Saying goodbye to the best spot I've had so far. Only thing missing was Conrad. Only thing missing was Conrad. He would love this. He loves doing this. He just doesn't like to hike the 20 miles to get there, which is surprising to me because he's so dadgum good at it. If we had his hiking skills with my determination, and we'd get somewhere. The reason I do this is because it just breaks me in a good way. I feel like an idiot because I'm really not a crier, but I get on the trail and everything just becomes emotional to me. I just cry over everything, and not bad tears, not angry tears, but sometimes there are tears like, oh my goodness, I don't know how to put one foot in front of the other. But it just breaks me in a good way. I feel like all the conveniences that we have in the real world are actually inconveniences. They keep us neutered and not feeling the emotions that we're supposed to feel. You get out on a trail with nobody around and no help. I mean, you dig deep and you find out what you're made of, and you're gonna find sometimes it's not what you hoped. And that's when you gotta fix it. And that's what I like coming out here for. I just like to push myself to the extremes to feel all the emotions that I can't quite seem to feel back at work at the 9 to 5. Grateful for the time to be able to do it. Let's rock on and get some water at this cow tank or whatever in a couple miles. See you on the trail. It's a bit nippy. I thought getting out of the mountains I'd be all warm and cozy last night, so I didn't bother using my liner, and wasn't even fully dressed. I jumped in, excuse me, undies and a t-shirt. I woke up like, oh, burr. So I put my jacket on at first. That wasn't enough. So I get out, get my liner, and my jacket, my gloves. I thought it was only supposed to be like 40s last night. I think I parked it up on this hill. The Far Out app did say it was windy up there. Trail goes that way. It's a little poopy, but I gotta hike a 1/4 mile to that tank down there because I need water. There you have it. Beautiful oasis. You can go swimming if you wanted to. I really do not want to drop my phone. Voila. Hello. Hey. This is a blessing on the trail. Did you lose yours?
They won't let me ride. There's one right there, but they won't let me on. He was naughty last night.
Oh no!
He didn't get to ride.
Thanks so much for letting me film you. That's awesome. It's a beautiful sight from this hill. I had 3/4 of a gallon, so I'm fine, but I'll be able to camel up here as well. Beehive well or something. Have this beehive well and it is overflowing, so that is awesome. I'm gonna take a 30-minute break. Get off my legs, because my right quad is wanting to act up when I push it too hard. Drink a ton of water, get a bunch of electrolytes in me, and eat some food. I am kind of just chilling out, sleeping in this morning. I have got 25 miles before Kearny, and don't have a hotel till tomorrow night. So I can kind of just chill out, take off about 9 or 10 o'clock. And so I've been sleeping up on these high peaks with all kinds of wind, and sometimes it's a pain in my butt, and I get cold because of the wind. So I made a decision last night to stay in this wash because I knew it was going to be dry, so it wasn't going to get flooded or anything. And I have dealt with condensation really bad this morning. Frozen condensation. So it was chilly last night. So now I'm waiting for my, oh man, it is frozen. Wow. You see that frozen condensation? So it's gonna be a wet. Man, I thought it was cold last night. This is so very cool. A hiker before me who probably made the mistake to keep going knows there was supposed to be water around here. So he actually showed the arrow what you got to do to get to it. So down this road, there's a stockpile tank. Can I put you on my video?
Yeah, go for it.
This is a fellow hiker from Seattle. What's your name?
Lobster?
Lobster. Because you maybe don't deal with the sun real well?
No.
Why?
I get really, well, I got burnt once.
Okay, and they named you Lobster from then on.
Lobster.
I gotcha. Well, he is from Seattle, and he's hiking. What trail are you hiking?
Grand Enchantment Trail.
Grand Enchantment Trail, and it goes through the AZT quite a bit. I met someone this morning, actually. He said this water, because he did the AZT when it was bad water. This whole thing right here, Lobster says was dry when he did the AZT. Well, I got to be honest, though. It's just been my worst source yet because of all the snow. It's all murky, and it's definitely a cow pond. Here goes nothing. This is a huge blessing. It's been so dry. That's so cool. Some spring in there they hooked into this barrel. Praise the Lord. It's going to be my campsite tonight. Nice. Heading into Kearny. Had a great campsite. I perched up a little bit on a hill with the wind, so I got no condensation. So yay me, good job. That was my panoramic view. I stayed right behind that bush. Rock and roll. Got a lot to do in a short amount of time when I get into Kearny because I'm not taking a 0. I gotta get resupplied, get a lot of calories in me, wash my clothes, and get back out and head to Payson. And this is why they call it High Point. Look at this campsite right there. That would have been beautiful. I did not make it yesterday. Look at this panoramic view. My feet were pretty swollen. And I said, shoot, miles come easier in the morning. So I would have had a tough time making it last night in comfort. Look at that, 360. Beautiful. Climbed 1,500 foot in a mile and a half, which is fairly legit.
Retired newspaper editor, so I've done stories related to the Arizona Trail.
Retired newspaper editor and his wife?
Yeah, Sherry.
Sherry. Honey, do not get mad at me. These people are so sweet. I've never hitchhiked before. I waved them down, and he's part of a hiking club, and he's just really into it. And so they are taking me into Kearny. I've tried to give them some cash. They won't take it. So I'm just very grateful. I'm so emotional on these trails. They break me in a good way.